everyone. It is a beautiful fall day. It is a little windy, but let's plant some garlic. So I'm going to use this bed for garlic just in case it's not super successful. I still have this bed for other things and it's not taking up space in this patch where I do a lot of other veg. So first I'm going to see if any of these radishes have kind of come up, and you can tell I carved pumpkins today, but no, these radishes need more time. So you can see they're starting, but they're not ready yet, so we're gonna leave them be. So I'm gonna try and work around them, but the next thing I'm gonna do is add some compost into this soil because we use this for some of those lychee tomatoes. We had cucumbers, lots of other stuff in here, so we want to replenish the soil. Plus I believe garlic is heavy feeders. So again, I carved pumpkins and we're literally just going to dump some of the pumpkin in here, trying to avoid those radishes. So yes, I did throw some pumpkin pieces down as well for the deer, and once those pumpkins are done, we use LED lights in them instead of candles. They will get thrown back as well for the squirrel and the deer. We don't use any kind of chemical wash on the pumpkins or anything like that, so all safe for them. Back to the garlic. So if you guys noticed, because I built this with a lasagna method with leaves and sticks, the soil line has really gone down, which is what we wanted, right? We wanted everything to break down, but I need to build that back up. So I have a big old bag of potting mix and then some leaves and sticks as well to build that soil level back up. I don't think I'm going to be able to save these radishes. We're very low tech here, if you can't tell. Okay, so that looks so much better. And back to the garlic. This is what a garlic seed bulb looks like. Now this is from the grocery store. If you get them from a seed company or your local farmer's market, they're going to have a much higher chance of germination than this guy. And you might have some roots and stuff versus the supermarket, they cut them all off. But it's just a bulb or a head of garlic that you get. And what we're going to do is, I'm going to try and do this one-handed, but you're going to separate each of these segments out, and those are your seeds. I'm just going to let the paper fall and become part of the compost. You can save it for stock, you can save it for garlic powder. For this, it's just going to stay. Now each of these segments have the potential to become a whole head of garlic by itself. That's why, if done right, you don't really buy garlic once you plant your first seed, because then it just continues to multiply. I've not had that success yet. I'm going to try and be positive. Now I've heard, whoops, I'll get that. I've heard that you're supposed to leave the paper on. I've heard you take the paper off. I don't know. So I'm going to leave the paper on, and essentially what you do is you're going to determine there's a pointy end and then a flat end, and you point very similar, or plant, excuse me, very similar to potatoes, eyes to the sky, so the pointy end up. So I'm just gonna create a little hole, stick my garlic in it, ta-da, that's it. And now I'm gonna repeat. Oh, I cannot talk today, guys, so sorry. You're gonna repeat until your garlic's done. Now I believe garlic is supposed to be about 6 inches apart from each bulb that you plant. If you guys have followed me for any length of time, you know that I am horrible with plant spacing, so we're just kind of planting them where they lie. So there's one there, so we're gonna just shove one here, shove one here. I don't know, maybe that's why this doesn't work for me, but we're just gonna keep going and see what happens. All right, done. And I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens because garlic takes like 7 months. There are multiple varieties like hardneck versus softneck. Hardneck's supposed to be better in colder zones where I am. I think this is softneck. I don't know. It's from the grocery store. It's what you can get from Aldi's. So we'll see what happens, but thanks everyone for following along. I'll talk to you later. Bye everyone.